Good morning, and welcome to the Housatonic. So our goal was Kent today, but Tara's foot's not feeling too hot. So we're gonna go down into Bull Bridge, which is like, I think 8 miles south. And there's a little general store there where we can get some food and then possibly a place to stay with a trail angel where we can heal up. We'll see. All right, we are at Karen's Hostel in Bull Bridge. I guess technically it's Kent, Connecticut. Hanging out. We sent forward some of our food from Dwayne's last resupply box, so we picked that up and we're gonna make another resupply out of that. So once again, thank you, Dwayne. And thanks to my incredible grandparents and my mom who help assist everything. We now have, drum roll please, or just open it, brand new shoes. Look how shiny and new. It smells like new shoes too. These have been long needed. I've been slipping quite a bit lately, so thank you, grandparents. This was extremely kind.
Thank you.
Also included in this box, thanks to my mom, replacement tips for Tara's pole. My mom has the same pair of trekking poles, so
Thank you.
it works out well. No more limping along on one pole.
You don't know me.
Also, these look untouched. Mom, have you even been hiking on these? So today it is out with the old, bone out toe box, super worn out tread, no grip at all left. I've been slipping and sliding, and in with the new, shiny, no heel fray, no ankle fray, lots of tread, grippy tread. Look at all those bumps. Big thanks to my grandparents. This is awesome to have new shoes. It makes such a difference on trail.
What's the best angle here? Oh, laugh it up. Oh, laugh it up. Oh, hi. I found the right camp shoes. They're very lightweight. Got supports in the back to ford rivers with. Keep my feet dry. They're not enclosed, so I can spread my toes a little bit. Perfect.
could have mailed home your insole. Yesterday we were just leaving Karen and Cliff's hostel and kind of testing Tara's foot out to see if it was doing well, which it seems to be doing. But if we rewind all the way back, basically that morning we got up next to the privy. Our goal was to go into Kent, but Tara's foot or ankle was not having it, and I think that was kind of the point where she realized that it shouldn't be hiked on and it needed to be healed up again, as has happened to me on my hikes before. Kent is very expensive and there's not really any great places to stay, but we lucked out in that just about a mile from where we were camping was Bull's Bridge, which you saw, the covered bridge. And from there, it's just a short walk to Karen's hostel, which was an incredible place. They were extremely kind. It was really nice to get to meet them, and it's kind of like hanging out with family. So Karen and Cliff were kind enough to put up with us for, I think, 7 days. Tara healed up, iced, compressed, heated, massaged, all the things to get her foot feeling better. I got caught up on videos, which I actually needed to do, and I don't think there could have been a better place to be than where we were, both because of the company and just because I don't think we could afford to have stayed anywhere else. So huge thanks to Karen and Cliff. That was such a nice experience. Sorry, we're climbing a steep hill now. While we were in town, another reason for us going in was for Tara to go to the shoe store there, Sundog Shoe and Leather, and she ended up getting some Superfeet insoles to kind of support her arch.
And I wrapped my ankle with KT tape the night before.
Why you got so many
I
gnats?
don't smell like poop, I don't know.
There's Kent down there where we came from. This is Caleb's Peak.
Can't get away from it in a great way. Oh, you checking out my new ankle? It's pretty great. Let's go.
Don't scold me.
What? Let's go. This would super suck if it was wet. Oh, your hair is glowing.
Oh,
No, it ain't me, bird. It ain't me you're looking for.
anybody know what this plant is? Pretty weird looking. Looks like little eyeballs almost. These are the leaves down here. After descending down St. John's Ledges, you are awarded with 5 miles of flat gravel road walking. And apparently a bunch of gnats too. Actually, for reference, this is kind of what it's like hiking all day. Gnats just constantly trying to fly into your face. This is what it looks like. Maybe you can hear it too. It's enough to drive you crazy. But just one of those things you gotta get used to out here. No gnats for me.
Creep. Let's go.
Well, someone just came out of the privy and wiped with a leaf. I smell a night hike coming on. I don't know, I think they might be up to something.
What?
Hmm?
What? Is there someone left it for someone else?
Mm-hmm.
Is it not getting eyeballs?
I think it would have helped to put our ground sheet inside the tent.
Yep. Look at this floor. You would expect this if we had left the rain fly off or something all night. But nope, it's just not waterproof. Why do they even bother taping it? Everything's wet. We're in a tent and we set up before the rain, but everything's wet because this tent sucks. It's a joke. Look at this. The water is seeping up through the ground floor. We're not in a puddle. We're on a slant, so the water's draining.
This is. I'm really mad.
I know.
Why do you have a tent? To keep rain off, maybe to keep mosquitoes out sometimes. Wish that it did that. But this is a joke.
Yeah.
How can you sell a tent that leaks through the floor? Brand new.
My quilt's wet. Look at this. We got like a little rain system.
Water just comes right up through.
A river under here.
I'm gonna leave a review.
A Yelp? Oh no.
There's 2 through hikes I've spent in a tarp that's open, and I've never been wet. I've never had my gear get wet. First night in a tent, everything is soaked in the rain. First night in the rain in this tent.
Well, and like hard rain.
We've
We
had
had like a drizzle rain. It was fine, so that would work. And first time I've seen Joe mad.
Yeah, it was. This is ridiculous. How can you sell a tent that leaks through the floor for $400, whatever it is?
Mm-hmm.
I thought having a tent would be a luxury, and here we are. Everything's soaked.
Yeah, we had to
Should've gone
pile
with the
everything at the footboard because under the fly was getting crazy wet.
The vestibules are small, so that's a given. It's a backpacking tent. And like there was splashing on the side of the tent. That happens. It's small, except that the waterproof material on the side of the tent leaks too. So all that splashing just comes right through. And because it's so tight, you're up against the side of the tent, so the whole side of my pad and the whole side of my quilt is all wet.
Yeah, I don't know if you know how roomy this is, but that's like buckled onto the side, and so am I.
It was the worst decision.
Alright, upwards and onwards.
Nemo, if you're watching this, you should be ashamed. This
Joe,
is sad.
No, Joe, babe.
Yeah. I'm never buying another Nemo product. Actually, though, this is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, the bottom.
Hey. 16 what?
Little BB red F. Well, one of them was a juvenile, but look at that baby. 16. Who that? Oh.
What's that?
21.
21.
21 little F's. Look at it go. $27. Juvenile.
Anybody know what this is? Blow down.
Wow. Oh,
Well, we are at the parking lot that leads to Falls Village, and our tent is completely soaked through, as are most of our items. I think I put my pad out to dry a little bit while we ate some lunch, so it's mostly dry, but everything's a little wet. But luckily there's a hostel nearby, Vanessa Breton, and she's coming to pick us up here. So we're gonna go in, dry out for the night because it's about to start raining again.
it's a big severe thunderstorm watch.
Severe
Apparently.
thunderstorm.
Ugh. Hi.
Lunch today, egg and bacon sandwich, packed out from the Resupply. At a view. The mountains are getting bigger and harder. This is the Devil's Thumb. Welcome to the top of Lionhead. Northern Connecticut is where you really start to get back into the tall mountains, or at least into the big climbs. This one's only around 1,700 feet, I think, but the climb was over 1,000, and now we're starting to get into 2,000-foot climbs as we get into Massachusetts, probably tonight, actually, excitingly enough. Yeah, this is kind of like Connecticut starts to become training for Massachusetts, which is training for Vermont, New Hampshire, then Maine. So it's kind of cool. We're getting back into the interesting mountains and the big ones. Exciting.
That would be beautiful.
Tonight we're doing dinner on top of Connecticut. And it's ramen, but in the last grocery store we found these dehydrated veggies that we can add in, and they're really good. What are they? Oh, they're just veggies.
Just veggies.
Yeah, it was a good find. I hope we can find them more.
Hope we can good find them more.
Well, you might not be able to tell, but we're descending off the mountain after eating dinner in the rain down some extremely steep rock. Can't really see it, but it's steep and semi-slick. So it's not the best choice in the world.
Wow. Look how deep.
Well, we're back in the Nemo tonight, and it's already been raining a lot, and it's probably going to rain more. So tonight, to stay dry, we're going to try putting the ground sheet inside the tent. As stupid as that seems, this might be our best option right now.